You might look at Roki Sasaki's recent appearance versus the Rangers and come away from it with largely a positive impression. He threw the most innings of any start in his big league career so far, gave up only 2 hits and 3 walks, making it his only appearance so far where he's allowed less than a base runner per inning, and he only gave up 1 extra base knock, which might lead you to believe he limited hard contact. But this is only part of the story, and in my opinion, a bit of a mirage. If you actually watched the appearance, there was one very concerning trend that emerged, which is the absolute cratering of his fastball velocity, which, as pointed out here by Blake Harris on Twitter, dipped from his yearly average of 96.9 miles per hour all the way down to 93.8. His overall velo was also down on his off-speed pitches, which might not seem very relevant, but can affect important factors like spin rate and movement profiles. This was reflected in the fact that he only punched out 4 hitters, which for a guy who is seen as having elite stuff at his best, isn't too impressive. And even though the box score says he only gave up 2 runs, he did give up plenty of hard contact, including this fly ball to his second batter of the game off the bat of Corey Seager, which ended up being robbed by Andy Pages, the second straight contest Pages has directly saved him runs with his glove. This was actually one of 9 balls that were hit and play at 95 miles per hour or harder, including a game high of 110 off the bat of Adolis Garcia. The fact that most of these found fielders is largely coincidental, and doesn't bode well for future starts if he can't manage to miss more bats to make up for it. And for those out there that were saying he was intentionally limiting his velocity to help his control, this narrative is a little bit hard to swallow as well, considering he was easily throwing on average 5 miles per hour faster than this in Japan pre-2024, and routinely walking less than 4.5 batters per 9, which was what his performance was in this contest, with 3 walks in 6 innings. Again, this is why I'm a little concerned. His velocity dipped pretty significantly during that last season overseas, and it was a prominent part of his off-season recruitment process to have teams explain to him why this was, and what he could do to fix it. As such, seeing his velocity drop from routinely in the high 90s in his first start all the way to sub 94 in this one is not a good sign for where his mechanics are at. And considering the characteristics of his fastball aren't elite even when it is touching 100, it's not going to be a good thing if his velo stays at modern sinker baller speeds, especially when he certainly isn't exhibiting pinpoint command. I just hope that it is something conscious he's doing to work out the kinks before he tries to ramp it back up in future starts, and it isn't something that indicates an injury waiting in the wings, or just plain out mechanical degradation as a result of something purely psychological. Now, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing and checking out any one of these recommended videos. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.